All I gotta do is put this overdue electric bill in that mailbox right over there. Huh? Huh? No stamp! I knew I should have paid my bills online. The foul! Non-FDA approved hypergenetic farming gone bad. Let me guess, I ruffled your feathers. I owe you one, Chicky baby. Electricity is awesome.
If there was a list of some of the funniest superheroes out there, we're betting that DC Comics' very own malleable hero Plastic Man would be in the top 5. After all, the rubbery jokester of the DCU has been stretching and quipping his way into the hearts of fans ever since Jack Cole created him all the way back in 1941. That's why it comes as a bit of a surprise to find out that Plaz is one of the characters DC chose to go on an adventure in the Dark Multiverse. An alternate reality that's, well, grimdark would barely describe it. We mean, come on, Plastic Man in the Dark Multiverse? That's like oil and water. So it's even more of a surprise, and a pleasant one at that. And that's exactly what we're here to tell you about in this video. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel if you want the most exciting and hottest pop culture content on YouTube. Only here at KRTV Marvel. Get those flashlights ready because we're going to dive into Plastic Man's adventure into the Dark Multiverse. Previously in the DCU, the world's greatest hero found a rift into a mirror multiverse. They sent Plastic Man to scout it, which resulted in the Maven of Malleability going into a dormant state caused by the Dark Multiverse's cosmic energies. Fast forward to a time after the world's greatest superheroes banded together to win against the forces of the Dark Multiverse, and it's revealed that Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, has been keeping an inactive Plastic Man inside one of the fabled T-spheres. A botched experiment by Simon Stagg inadvertently opened another rift into the Dark Multiverse, which then reawakened Plaz. There's one huge problem though. He, Mr. Terrific, and the transmuting superhero Metamorpho are now trapped in this chaotic alternate reality. To confound things, they found themselves inside the carcass of a gigantic multiversal entity where they met a girl named Linya, an alien from the planet Big Ziddle who has the power to become intangible. And just when the quartet thought things couldn't get any weirder, they discover a pre-recorded message from Tom Strong, a superhero from an entirely different universe separate, at least as far as we know, from DC Comics' own. The ragtag team of Plastic Man, Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, and Linya are staring at Tom Strong's projection from the machine they found within the gigantic carcass they're on. Metamorpho asks his companions who this Tom Strong is, and Mr. Terrific, the DCU's third smartest man and bona fide genius, tells everyone that he has no idea. The three visitors to this dangerous domain turn to Linya, who's been trapped in the Dark Multiverse for a long time. But she, too, doesn't know who the mysterious figure in front of them really is. In fact, she didn't even know that the machine containing this message was operational. Mr. Terrific then asks the incorporeal girl how she originally found herself trapped in the Dark Multiverse, and she tells them her sad, sad tale. It turns out, Linya was just an ordinary Big Ziddleian, a race of extraterrestrials that can shift between solid and incorporeal form, who was on the way to a family vacation with her mom and dad. While on their trip, their spaceship accidentally encountered a space storm, which started sucking their ship like a black hole. As a last-ditch effort, Linya's mom and dad strapped her into their only escape pod so that she could get away. Unfortunately, her parents bungled their calculations. Instead of having Linya's escape pod fly out of the space storm while their ship, along with her mom and dad, got sucked into it, the opposite happened. This untimely led to Linya becoming marooned in the Dark Multiverse, right into the rotting torso of this gigantic entity. To add more to her problems, she hasn't been able to go back to her solid form ever since she arrived here. Metamorpho tries to comfort her by placing his hand on his shoulder, but surprise, surprise, his hand just phases through Linya's incorporeal body. Mr. Terrific then decides to take the antenna from the machine so that he can do more research on it. Plastic Man, ever the stand-up guy, volunteers to dislodge it. It takes the combined strength of Mr. T, Metamorpho, and Plaz to finally get the antenna off. But here's the kicker. An explosion occurs the moment they manage to separate it from the machine. By the time the 4 maroon travelers get their bearings, they notice that a new multiversal rift has opened up. No time to celebrate though, because whatever opened up that portal also awakened the giant entity's carcass that they're on right now. The monstrous corpse starts moving, so of course they panic. Here's where we see Plastic Man in top form. The stretchy superhero always delivers in the clutch, as he shapeshifts into a surfboard and gives everyone a ride away from the giant monster and toward the newly opened rift. Plaz can do almost anything, but he's no speedster. He manages to safely get Mr. Terrific, Linya, and Metamorpho away from the creature's attacking range, but its gigantic hand grabs the Maven of Malleability. Don't worry guys, Plaz isn't dead. After all, he's got the physiology of Play-Doh. He literally sticks his neck out from between the monster's fists to tell everyone else he's alright. Still, he's trapped, so Metamorpho socks the creature right in its undead jaw to distract it and allow Plaz to stretch himself out of harm's way. They rush to the portal, with the reawakened giant hot on their heels. They make it to the other side just in time and find themselves back in Stag's laboratory. They're not completely out of the proverbial woods just yet though, because the undead giant's fingers are about to enter through the portal as well to grab anything it can get its hands on. Mr. Terrific scampers to close the portal. He successfully does so and cuts off the monster's fingers along the way. Take that, multiversal zombie. With the excitement out of the way, Plaz, Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, and Linya are back in the mainline DCU. Metamorpho kisses his girlfriend Sapphire, while Plaz is simply relieved that he didn't turn into an egg and become dormant again. Meanwhile, Linya's absolutely thrilled that she's finally able to return to her solid form. Not everything's steak and gravy for the big Zillion. However, because she mysteriously causes an explosion the moment she turns her body solid. Seeing this, Mr. Terrific surmises that Linya's body might be the cause of this explosion, so he tells her to remain incorporeal for now while he gathers more information to help her. Of course, this doesn't sit well with the girl, but she reluctantly agrees. As for Mr. T, well, he's had enough excitement for the day. So, he takes the antenna and tells Linya he'll be back after doing more research at his lab. He gets on his ship and flies away, basically flipping off everyone else in the room before he does so. But just when we thought that this little adventure of theirs is done, something even more curious happens. When Mr. Terrific and his ship are a short distance away from Plaz and the others, he's suddenly shocked by a zap of multiversal energy coming from his body. Plastic Man, Metamorpho, and Linya experience the same thing while inside Stag's lab, and in a matter of seconds, Mr. Terrific's ship gets pulled towards their location, crashing down right in front of the three. Metamorpho's visibly confused and asks anybody to tell him what's going on. That's where it hits Mr. Terrific. He, Metamorpho, Plaz, and Linya have become entangled. What do you think will happen to Plastic Man and the rest of his companions next? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you want to get notified of the best pop culture content on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time, only here at KRTV Marvel.